and it would really
I'm sorry.
and it would be really beneficial for your CV, and you are giving some motivation letter, and you can write those.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Süleyha Hocam, I sent you
Yeah,
Abdul's presentation, and or you can also let him if you want, however you want.
Okay, just I'm trying to find him, to let him, or I will just open it up.
Normally we have 88 students, am I right?
Yeah, but they were not here in the previous one, and now still we are missing. It's 43 now.
Yeah, I see.
Süleyha hocam, I just texted you. Can you check it?
I'm sorry, just a second, I'm checking it.
Can you share the presentation that I sent you here in here?
Yeah, of course, but now I'm trying to share the one that Zeynep Hoca sent me. Which one should I first share? Who is going to present this? Is he up to going to present the one that you sent Haluk Hocam, or Zeynep Hocam's text that's going to be presented? Which one should I share first? I'm asking this actually.
May I share my own presentation?
Okay, now you can.
Thank you very much. Can you all see this?
Yes, now
Yes.
I can see it.
Okay, with your permission, I'm going to start right now.
If you are ready, we can start.
Okay. First, I want to introduce myself. I'm Alptu Harman. I'm 12th grade student in a language department, and I've attended to 5 MUNs as a delegate and 3 MUNs as chair board. I've got 5 awards and 1 plaquette. Okay, that's enough, I guess. We can start now. I'm going to present you an MUN 101. The contents of this slide are these. You can see. First, I want to introduce you the United Nations. United Nations is an intergovernmental organization that aims to maintain international peace and security and develop friendly relations among states. It promotes international cooperation and serves as a center for coordinating global action. The Model United Nations is an educational simulation and academic event in which students often role-play as United Nations delegates and simulate United Nations committees. Its purpose is to provide students with information about diplomatic relations and the working structure of the United Nations and international relations. Participants are assigned a committee and a country, and the aim is to find solutions to the relevant agenda of the committee. The general rules of the conference are as follows. The official language of the conference is English. The use of electronic devices is prohibited, but in some conferences, there are some tolerance for this rule, as you can use your phone to give your speeches or you can use your computer to do your research at the conference. And lastly, delegates must comply with the dress code, which is usually the Western business attire, during the conference.
May I add something?
Okay, sure.
By the way, you cannot use AI in your speeches or your papers.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Now the positions in MUN are actually there are a lot of positions in MUN, but these are the most relevant for you: chairboard, delegate, admin, and SG and under secretary general. The chairboard leads the committee, moderates debates, and ensures that the rules of procedure are followed. It is usually included by a chair and a co-chair. A delegate represents a specific country and defends its policies by participating in debates, drafting resolutions, and voting. Admins assist with logistics, distribute documents, manage time, and support the chairboard and delegates throughout the sessions. And lastly, the Secretary General is the head of the entire conference and oversees all operations. And the Under Secretary General assists in managing specific departments or committees. Now, the agenda item refers to a specific topic or topics that will be discussed in the relevant committee during the conference. Each committee has a designated agenda that outlines the topics or themes to be addressed, usually related to current real-world challenges and within the scope of the committee's mandate. Now, a position paper is a short formal document written by delegates to outline their country's stance on the agenda topic. It is sent directly to chairboard before the commence of conference. It helps delegates organize their research, present national policies, and propose possible solutions. A good position paper includes background of the issue, the country's perspective, past actions, and suggested solutions. Now we are starting the conference. A roll call is a procedure process in which the names of delegates are read out one by one at the beginning of a committee session to confirm their presence or absence. Delegates marked present are physically present in the committee room but may abstain from voting or participate minimally in discussions. Delegates designated as present and voting actively participate in discussions and vote in decision-making processes. If you ask my personal opinion, I would suggest you to say present and voting in every roll call because the chairboard doesn't know you and first impression matters. So when you say present and voting, it's a bigger plus that, compared to the present. And I have never used present in my MN. It is not a big deal. You just have to vote in everything, but that's all. Opening speech is a 1-minute speech delivered by the delegates in the first session of the conference. The speech usually includes a brief introduction to the agenda item and a summary of the perspective of the country the delegate represents on the issue. Now, this is the big game. GSLs, or in other words, General Speakers List, are 90-second speeches given under the agenda item. In these speeches, delegates can transfer their remaining time in 3 different ways. The first one is yield to chair. The delegate transfers the right to speak to the chair and sits down. Yield to another delegate. A delegate may transfer his or her right to speak to another delegate. A delegate whose right to speak has been transferred and may not transfer the remaining time to another delegate. And yield to questions. The delegate creates an environment where other delegates in the committee can ask questions about his or her speech. In GSS, you can talk about anything under your relevant agenda. It can be your country's policies, it can be bombing another delegate, it can be about a briefing about the issue, anything like that. Now, motions are bigger brothers of GSLs. They are more important than them, and they are the biggest paycheck for the scoring chart. Moderated caucus is a controlled discussion process used to discuss a specific topic within the agenda item. A delegate who makes a moderated caucus motion determines the topic, total time, and time allotted for speaking. After the motion is made, it is put to a vote. An example for a moderated caucus is like motion to have a moderated caucus to discuss about something with the total time being, for example, let's say 20 minutes and individual time being 2 minutes. Unmoderated caucus is an uncontrolled process reserved for delegates to write resolution papers. Its duration is determined by the delegate presenting the motion. Motion to extend the current caucus is used to extend the duration of the caucus, or motion in another word, that is active at the time it is given. The extended duration cannot exceed the original duration for which the motion is given. For example, if you have a 15-minute motion and it is on the brink of finishing, you can give an 10 minutes of extent and talk about it 10 minutes more. Motion to suspend the meeting is used to pause the official session and have a coffee break. Motion to adjourn the meeting is used to end the conference at the very last day and the very last session of the conference. Motion to terminate the current caucus is used to end the caucus or motion in the process. Motion to follow up is used in GSL to ask a question after asking another question. Follow up cannot be used after using another follow up. Motion to introduce a draft resolution is used for presenting the resolution paper. Motion to move into the voting procedure is used to move the resolution to voting procedure. Right of reply is the right to speak arising from an aggressive speech made against the delegate. It is transmitted to the chair via message paper, and it is not a motion. Now the points. Points are like raising your hand in the class, but in a formal way, and you raise your placard for them. Point of person privilege is a point used to indicate personal needs, such as going to the bathroom or telling delegate to speak louder because you can't hear them, or opening the windows. They are basic motion points. Point of order is used when an error is thought to have been made in the procedure. So if you think that the chair has made a mistake, you can give a point of order and correct them. But if it is not a mistake and you wrongly corrected them, it's not a problem, don't worry. Point of parliamentary inquiry is used to ask questions to the chair board regarding the MUN procedure. So the first timers of MUN usually use this because they don't know the procedure. It is basically asking the procedure, asking what are we doing right now to the chair board. And I mistakenly haven't added here, but there is another point, which is the most important one. It is point of information. When a delegate in GSL opens themselves for questions, you can say point of information and ask questions to them. Now, the resolution paper. It is the result of 3 days of turing. Resolution paper is a formal document that proposes a solution to the issues or topics discussed in the committee. It represents the sum of the discussions, negotiation, and collaboration between the delegates. It consists of 2 parts, preambulatory clauses. It is a compilation of the issues identified in the committee, defining the background on the issue. Operative clauses. It examines the steps taken by the delegates to resolve the issue and the solutions they propose. It includes the steps required, the conditions, and the entities that will take responsibility for them. It should contain sub-clauses and sub-clauses. There are 2 ways to contribute to the resolution paper. Main submitter is the main author and the representative of the resolution paper. Co-submitter are delegates who contributed to the resolution paper. Voting procedure for resolution paper is as a roll call voting procedure is followed when voting on a resolution. A simple majority, aka the half of the committee, is required for the resolution to pass. Now, the Glory Awards. Awards are given based on the performance of the delegates at the discretion of the chair board. There are 3 types of awards in MUN: Honorable Mention Award, Outstanding Award, and Best Delegate Award. And here you can see a typical score chart. That is not a rule that can vary from chair to chair, but in general, they give your scores from this. You can see every detail they work on. That was all. Thank you for listening to me. If you have further questions, I can always answer them.
Okay, thank you very much, Artu, for your presentation. And Melis, also to you for your addings. Now we just had 2 groups that didn't make their presentations. Who are they? Are they here? Who haven't done their presentation? Okay, we will check it. Which group haven't done it? We will check later. Unfortunately, probably they don't want to present it. Do you have any question to add to? If you have, please ask Abtu and Melis. They are here and experienced students in MUN because you are going to make your presentation in online MUN probably on the 14th of May. It's not clear yet. So if you have any problem, any question, okay, you don't have any question. Dear teachers, do you want to add something?
No, thanks.
No, thank you. And thanks for the presentation.
Okay, then
Thank you for the presentation.
Presentations were great. Thank you very much for our students.
we really
I think we should organize a meeting for the teachers only in order how our students can be organized for the next week.
yeah, for sure.
May I ask something?
Yeah, please.
Who is going to be the chairboard in our conference?
So I was in fact trying to talk about that one. First, I think we must have a meeting in order to perhaps decide this, or we may decide it now, but there are few students now.
Yeah. It's better to decide it later. And you have to decide your speakers. Have you ever choose them? I don't know. Not all the representative of the groups are here. We are just 47 and most of us couldn't join the meeting. So with teachers, we must be more than 88 probably. Almost half. So Melis, after we decide the meeting, the teachers, we can let you know. We will write group, okay?
Okay.
But you also can talk about this in the group. If you are volunteer, you can write this. If the students accept this, we can choose you as well.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
If
Sure.
I do want, we can be, co-chairs.
As far as I know, Altu is not in the project.
Yes, Abdu is not a participant of the project.
Oh, okay. I can be.
He's preparing for the university exam, so I don't think he has time. But if you want me to ask him, sure, I can ask.
Okay, I didn't know.
But
Okay,
he's
I'm
not
still
here.
here.
Perhaps
He's not
in
in the
other groups
project.
there may be students who attended NMN before.
But I think I can be I have more than 15 experiences, so I can be the chair.
It's fine for me. It would be much better to have an experienced chair, of course.
Yeah.
My students have no experience, so it's fine for me, Melis.
I just
Actually, I have an
also-
experience, but I just have an MUN experience. Maybe if she can, I can be co-chair with her.
Okay, then.
Also, Cansu, one of my students, Cansu is here also, and she can be the chair or the coach.
Okay, then.
Cansu, can you hear me? Please answer.
I can.
Yeah.
If everyone accepts it, I can be chair or co-chair.
Yeah, I agree, of course. You maybe. I think it's better for us, for all of us, to have experienced students who can show the way, show how to do it to others. So it would be fine if you work with us.
That's a
But
good
how
idea, Nagihan Hocam.
but how is the communication with among these students? There are groups of 4 or 5 or 3, between 3 and 5, and the co-chairs should be in touch with all of them, as far as I know. So are they going to be in touch or via our WhatsApp group?
Yet they can talk on WhatsApp as well, and they can decide
Okay.
about the distribution of this task. They can
Mm-hmm.
decide this on the group.
Mm-hmm. Okay
Volunteers
then.
can tell this, I am the volunteer, and if there's not anyone, he or she can be.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I can we I think we both can be chairs because since we have so many delegates, I
Mm-hmm.
think we should have more than one chair.
Okay then. If it is possible, within the rules, then it's okay, I think. For me, it's okay.
How many MUNs will we have? Because we have 17 different groups, and I don't think we will be able to have one MUN and include all of those delegates.
Mm. Yeah, it's really hard to organize. So do you suggest organizing 2 MUNs?
Yes, actually, because I think everybody should participate.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're right. Or we will
I
do
agree.
like this, like the meeting we did on Tuesday. It will take long time. We will divide them into 2.
If we will have 2 different MUNs, we will need 4 different chairs because for one MUN, one chair and one co-chair, and for the other one chair and one more co-chair. But if it's okay with you, we can have just one chair and one co-chair, and they can participate in both of them as chairs and co-chairs.
That is okay for
Mine
me.
is okay for me, no problem. With
Mm-hmm.
this, my students will attend as coach or can do their task
Then
at
we should
home.
have 2.
We can do as 2, but the problem is whether we should do this on the same day or different days. This is the problem.
It would be better if you had it on different days.
Because on Monday they got really tired, I think, and so they are not here today. So it will be much better if it is divided into. But I didn't get the point. 2 MUNs about what? Are we going to divide the 15 development goals into 2? Or how is it going to be? I couldn't understand.
Since we have 17 different groups and so many
Uh-huh.
delegates for an MUN conference,
Uh-huh.
we will divide 17 groups into 2
Uh-huh.
so everybody can have a right to speak.
Okay.
Okay, we can talk this later because it's almost time finished. So we can finish the meeting here. After we had a meeting with teachers, then you can talk this issue on the group. We can decide what to do. Okay, now it's for sure we are going to do 2 different MUN in different days on different
Okay.
days. For the test distribution, please decide by yourself. It will be better to be chosen by us because we are not sure about experienced students. I have just one experienced students. Most of our teachers also have ones. But if you, as student, decide this on the group, it will be better actually.
Okay, then thank you for cooperation.
Thank you very much for all of you for participating in this meeting, and thank you very much for your presentation, Artu and Melis. Have a nice day. Hope to see you again.
Thank you
Yeah,
all.
thanks
Bye.
for sharing, Precious.
Thank you for everything.
Thank
Thank
you to everyone, especially to our students. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice weekend. Bye.